Here is the news on Clear Air FM. The announcement of tokenized sterling deposits on the same day Keir Starmer announced digital ID marks a key turning point for the UK's already shady monetary history. The initiative is backed by the Bank for International Settlements and the Bank of England and involves top UK banks. While it's framed as a cautious step towards the digitisation of money and faster payments, this narrative conceals the reality that it represents the construction of a central bank digital currency infrastructure, disguised in softer language and without any direct public scrutiny. The UK COVID-19 inquiry has just ended and has revealed to the world the shocking truth that it was government policy and not a new disease, which killed and harmed hundreds of thousands across Britain. Danny Friedman, King's Counsel, stated in summary that generational harms were caused by closing schools to disabled children and young people, and limiting their associated access to therapies and other specialist provision. In addition, a large cohort of children have been disabled by steps taken by the government. The Scottish COVID-19 inquiry last year revealed how the elderly were euthanized in care homes and hospitals during lockdown, using end-of-life drug cocktails, restriction of food and water, and do not resuscitate notices. More than 3,000 people in Britain have sued Johnson & Johnson, claiming its baby powder caused cancer. The case filed in Britain's High Court seeks more than £1 billion in damages and marks the first class action claim against the company in the United Kingdom. The claimants allege that from 1965 to 2023, Johnson & Johnson sold talc-based products that it knew contained cancer-causing fibers such as asbestos. Just last week, a Los Angeles jury ordered Johnson & Johnson to pay $966 million to the family of a woman who died from a rare cancer. A United Nations report released on October 24th accuses the United Kingdom of complicity in the ongoing situation in Gaza. The UN report states that the UK's continued military and political support for Israel, including arms sales and logistical backing, have met the criminal threshold for complicity in war crimes. The report by UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese also notes that thousands of UK citizens have served in the Israeli military since October 2023, with few being investigated or prosecuted for alleged crimes in Gaza. Those charged with terrorism for supporting Palestine Action will have no jury in trials limited to 36 minutes each, with fines and/or prison sentences for up to 6 months. The plans have been devised by Justice Michael Snow, who has decreed that those 2,000 people charged under Section 13 of the Terrorism Act with supporting Palestine Action will be tried in batches of 5 at the rate of 10 people a day. The 36 minutes includes both prosecution and defense cases and cross-examination. Victims and direct witnesses of crime who sign non-disclosure agreements will no longer be gagged from speaking out under new plans. Victims and direct witnesses of crime who sign non-disclosure agreements will no longer be gagged from speaking out under new government plans. The reforms ban NDAs that have long been used to enable state cover-ups and protect powerful abusers from exposure. The UK Renters' Rights Bill, which passed its final parliamentary stage, is now heading for royal assent. The bill bans no-fault evictions and extends the decent home standard to private rentals, potentially forcing landlords to spend thousands on upgrades to meet strict housing standards. Industry groups warn that these reforms could drive up costs and prompt landlord exits, tightening rental supply. A UK resident in Barnet has won a landmark case, forcing the council to remove toxic LED streetlights after evidence showed their blue light radiation can damage the retina, disrupt sleep, and harm ecosystems by killing insects, birds, and bats. It's now a crime in Switzerland to say skeletons can't be transgender. Swiss National Council member Andreas Glaner posted a social media comment stating, "If you dig up LGBTQI people after 200 years, you'll only find men and women based on their skeletons. Everything else is a mental illness promoted through the curriculum." Authorities interpreted the post as denying the existence of transgender and intersex people, amounting to a hate crime under newer provisions of the Swiss Criminal Code. That was the news on Clear Air FM.